Surf Metrics Forecast TV on YouTube. And the topic today is going to be the Surf Metrics wave and wind tables tabular data that I have that's simple but very effective at looking at the forecast over the next 16 days. And what I plan to do is actively use these tables in a forecast situation to demonstrate some of the information that we can pick out of the tables. Okay, so we have a big storm on Sunday that's on tap. Some of the specifics are still a little uncertain. The models are not completely agreeing on the exact timing. So the forecasts put out a couple days ago have changed a little bit, but in general, the winners for this storm, it looks like Wrightsville Beach, New Jersey, and areas of Northeast Florida from New Smyrna all the way up to Jacksonville Beach. Okay, so let's take a look at these surf metric wind and wave tables. In this case, we're looking at Wrightsville Beach. And I wanted to talk about these tables in detail, at least hopefully I can do this in 4 or 5 minutes. The tables are specifically designed to be visual, not just provide exact numbers, but to be visual in terms of being able to see what's going on by just scanning the tables. So the data in the tables of course, is the date and time in the local time wherever you're at, wherever the beach is at. Hourly data, which is key, so you can get granular in how you're looking at this with this hourly data and how the wind and waves are changing. We have surf, which this is surf zone height estimate from the modeling that we're doing. Max period that you can expect, the wave direction. I have a chop index, and I need a little bit more work on this chop index. It seems to be too high because of strong winds, even if the wind's directed offshore. So I'm going to tweak that over the next month and get that in better shape. Also wind and wind direction. And I wanted to first of all, notify people about this wind. So what I'm pulling in for the wind is from the main weather model that's used to drive this surf forecast. However, for the next 48 hours, I'm actually pulling in the best high resolution wind analysis and wind forecast data. So as you get close to a swell or a surf event, the wind speed and direction should be more accurate the first 2 days of the forecast. So the coloration in the tables. There's information at the top here. You can read over that. Colors align with what you would mentally kind of think about these different data sets. So for surf, cool color would indicate small surf. A warm or hot color, the reds, for example, indicate higher surf. For the period, it's opposite. So short period would be more yellow, hot color or red color, and it goes to cooler colors as the wave period is longer. Wave direction is also a strategic coloration. The cool colors indicate a wave direction that's favorable, that's more directed at the coast or, at a 45-degree angle to the coast, for example. As the wave direction is more parallel to the coast, this wave direction gets hotter in terms of the coloration. I won't go over the chop index as much here, but with the wind, this is maybe the best part because I have wind speed. It goes from cooler colors for low wind speed to hotter colors for stronger wind speed, just like the surf height. But the wind direction is strategic again, where the hotter colors indicate a poor wind direction for choppiness, as an example. And as the colors change to a cooler color, this indicates a more favorable wind direction. So for Wrightsville Beach here, we see south-southwest wind along the coast, not favorable, a lot of current. And then it switches here about 6 o'clock tonight and starts being directed more offshore and more favorable, where you get to midnight and it's almost directly offshore. And we'll look at the event coming up on Sunday because I plan to surf this event in either Carolina Beach or Wrightsville Beach. And it shows that in the afternoon, we're going to get this, we're likely going to get this wind switch from south to more west offshore winds. So here we have Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Surf height peaks about midday at head high, which is going to be awesome. And at the same time, we see this wind becoming more favorable. It's strong winds. It's not the best conditions, but we should see the surf clean out by afternoon and especially towards sunset where it'll be offshore. And we still have this head high surf really coming in with a 9-second period, which is nice. This is a real case example of how to use these surf metric wind and wave tables. Just to round this out, I'm going to show the spaghetti plots for Wrightsville Beach and show that the wind favorability in those tables does match what we have this wind favorability index at the bottom. So early in the day here, we have this 5-foot southeast 8-second period wave coming in to Wrightsville Beach, or it's likely. There's some still spaghetti waves shows still some variability in the forecast. The current one is a little bit lower than previous forecasts. So I would say there's potential for even higher surf here. But the wind favorability shifts after sunrise about mid-morning to slightly more favorable and then goes directly offshore by the end of the day. So that would be a way to interpret this same swell event using spaghetti waves. But what's not shown in those tables is the longshore current. So again, we are modeling longshore current, so we have an idea of how strong we're, how much paddling we're going to have to do. And you could see here that it peaks midday with this strong south wind driving that current over the morning. But the current improves after, let's say, the peak swell, which is around 1 o'clock right now. And there's pretty good agreement that the peak is going to be anywhere between 11 a.m. and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that longshore current does improve, but it doesn't look like the current's going to completely let up until after dark. So I would expect in this case a lot of paddling. Get out there and catch this swell event. This is one of the better events that we've had in the last few weeks, I think, and should be some killer waves. We'll see you out there if you're in the Wrightsville Beach area.